Hello, everyone. So I'm glad to be here. First time in Israel, first time in construction tech. Thanks for the introduction. We are Mighty Buildings based in California. We're building affordable, sustainable housing for future generation and for millennial generation. When I started the company 5 years ago, the major focus was to increase productivity of the sector, of the construction sector, which is probably the last one where the productivity is still declining. And for me as an engineer, it was not clear why it's happening, so I started thinking about how to leverage automation and 3D printing to significantly increase the productivity by introducing the factories with a higher throughput. But at the same time, realized that there is a huge gap between the housing needs and the production productivity of the existing industry, and this gap might not be covered by the traditional industry, and which is actually a nice to have problem. At the same time, sometime later, I realized that sustainability is one of the key drivers of the future of housing, and unfortunately, so most of the construction processes are broken in terms of introducing new materials which might be significantly more sustainable and turning the construction industry into the greener side. We're actually, the main mission of the company addressing both of these issues, housing crisis as well as climate crisis. We produce these beautiful houses. The product is actually a set of parts. We call it Mighty Kit system, which usually includes pretty much everything, including wall system, including the windows, doors, foundation, all the interior parts, all the partition walls, and even the prefabricated bathroom unit, which is the core part of the house, and includes all the MEP systems inside. So we leveraging the new materials, new composite materials, which we invented, and it is core part of our technology. So we actually reinvent the design cycle. So by simply start building homes with new materials which are much more efficient in terms of energy, and as well as structurally better performing. So we providing the tool for the industry, which we call microfactory, and this we offer this tool to the forward-thinking developers and building the joint venture factories with the companies in different regions of the world, which requires housing with higher return of investments, and in the regions where there is a higher potential and higher risk of seismic and hurricane activities. So we call this microfactory because it is originally designed as a microfactory, and the throughput of those factories are significantly higher than other prefab competitors in the industry. Our homes are mostly designed to sustain more, different environment, starting with the higher wind loads, and this is why we built sustainable housing communities in Puerto Rico, where the hurricane load of the wind is about 220 miles per hour, which is really high, as well as in the high seismic loads areas like California, for example, where it is probably the highest earthquake risk in the world. All the materials are internationally certified, and we passed through all the possible and impossible tests, actually. For those who know what does it mean to introduce the new composite material to the construction industry, so we passed, I would say, hundreds of different tests, to prove that we can build this material even in the toughest building codes ever in the world, in California. So the idea of our housing solution is to eliminate labor hours on the construction, on the what we call assembly side, where we trying to eliminate zero waste and making the zero waste process, as well as reducing CO2 emissions on all the levels, including embodied and the operational carbon. So we're providing the net zero housing solution, and it is already compliant with all the Californian standards. The housing we're providing are focusing on sub-premium and premium market at this moment. So usually for startups where they are at a certain stage of development, so it's faster to start disrupting higher end markets because of the price point. And usually unit economics start working on the more affordable market at scale. This is why we decided to disrupting the higher end markets, providing more quality solutions, with the idea going further to reduce pricing and enter to more affordable housing markets as well. So the shape and the form of our surfaces, what we call wall system, might be different. So we might build whatever shape and form, but we're not getting crazy with this because it's not the major feature of the housing. It might be considered also as the technical advantage of the house. So when we're leveraging the generative design, so we might significantly improve the technical performance of the wall system by simply improving the, for example, wind load capacity of the wall with minor changes in design. So 3D printing allows to significantly improve and increase the structural performance of the building. This is what we call generative design. Material itself is a core part of our technology. So we are leveraging UV curable composite materials, which are significantly more stronger compared to any other types of materials, including concrete, even reinforced concrete. And at the same time is lighter, which allows us building faster and with lower cost. The next step, at this moment, we're providing a single-story solution, and as a next step, so next year we're introducing 2-3-story housing solution with the superstructure, steel superstructure, and our wall system as a curtain wall. So the idea is to slowly, every year, to get into the new market segments. And the next year goal is to enter to 2-3-story market globally, not only in California. We actually already start building houses outside of California. By partnering with forward-thinking developers, we're unlocking potential of building house faster in different regions. And the target customers are exactly those forward-thinking developers who consider technologies as a leverage to significantly increase their business. And we already partnered with a bunch of very cool developers who are really interested in getting more sustainable and really interested in significantly increasing and improving their return of investments of their development projects. This is actually, it is a video. If there is a chance to start, yeah. Hey, just push the button. Anyway. So the housing kit solution were assembled during the only 7 days. So the entire building envelope, which includes wall system, which are highly completed a set of panels, which goes from the factory, as well as roof cassettes, which are prefabricated components, as well as prefabricated bathroom unit, which is the core of our house and includes all the MEP systems. Everything, all the building envelope installs only in 7 days. And the time actually is reducing. And we're slightly introducing the more components of our housing solution, for example, interior as a part of whole system. And all of these are the next steps of development for a housing solution. That's actually who we are, and yeah, feel free to come over. So would love to talk about the potential partnership. Thank you.